Along this journey, I met a very dear friend and mentor along the way. To me, is the most genuine man I've ever met, and the most beautiful soul and honest person. And I feel really fortunate that I can bring him here and introduce him and present him to you, because he's a man that I love and respect very much. And being able to introduce him to you, to my family, is one of many dreams coming true for me right now. And I want to introduce Tim Gunn.
Relieved that Thursday's show has happened, because now I don't have to worry about keeping my mouth shut. Hugely proud of you, Andy. Congratulations. So stick with us. And you met my fashion accomplice, Leah. She and I are joined at the hip. We do all of our things together. Aspects of the Kate Spade brand. I'm fond of saying that this is Elsa's Schiaparelli for the 21st century, because there's a lot of wit and whimsy in the brand. Clearly it's very chic, it's very sophisticated and polished, and there are dresses, there are separates. It's a very, very special brand. If you're not familiar with it, visit the Kate Spade store and try things on. Deborah Lloyd, the creative director and co-president, maintains that these are clothes that can go from day to evening. It really does depend upon what you're doing. I would say that for most workplaces it's a very dressed up look. But there's one thing I want to address about this coat. Oh, also we have to mention the cardigan, because there are a number of items here we've never worked with before. There's been a whole new delivery here in Oahu, and this cardigan is a really special item. But what I want to mention about this coat is, owing to the scale of it, the oversized buttons, the just general gestalt of the entire thing, it's difficult to carry this off if you're petite. So I do want to say that. I'm all about, Lee and I both are about giving you honest feedback. If you are smaller, try it on, see how you look at it. But it's difficult. It's really for women who have some stature. All right.
We want to introduce gray into this scenario for fall, because a lot of the times people really flock to the neutral, like browns and tans for fall. But gray is really coming out as a big winner for the fall season.
And very sophisticated. This is also the first time we've worked with the skirt. What you need to know about our shows is, these are not canned shows. We pull the product from the stores where we are. And the skirt is wonderful. It looks almost hand-painted. It's really a blown-up, semi-abstracted houndstooth. Beautiful.
The dress that Shannon has on here, obviously, classic shift shape, really flattering on somebody that has some curves.
Absolutely. One thing I want to mention about Shannon's dress is it's basically a shift with a cap sleeve, and when you have hips that are wider than your shoulders, this is the perfect way to mitigate it. Not that Shannon has that issue, but many women do, and you need a little bit of a cap. You need to broaden the shoulder visually.
Well, and Tim is definitely the person to listen to really find new ways to accentuate the positive and, as he says, mitigate the negative.
Exactly.
And what we're showing on Ocean here, we have an all-over sequin shirt that just creates the best pattern. And if you walk into the sunlight, girl, that thing is going to shine. It looks gorgeous.
Also, I want to talk about Ocean's belt for just a moment, because this belt is helping give this cardigan some shape, and it's also giving some additional proportion to this look. And I'm a huge fan of the belt. It can be narrow, it can be wide, it can be cinched, it can be slouchy, but it helps give you some proportion and some shape.
Now I wonder, Ocean, do me a favor, can you take your belt off for me? And Shan, why don't you put it on, just to kind of, sorry, we didn't really talk about that too much, but really on a basic shift, adding a belt kind of really just changes the whole look to it.
It does.
It's really about flexibility, it's about trying new things, be experimental with your fashion choices.
I'm always talking about how women and men we have women here now. You should think of yourself as a series of thirds from your shoulder to the tips of your toes. And when Shannon had just the shift on without the belt, she really has 2/3. I mean, we're talking roughly 1/3. And when you put the belt on, suddenly you have that series of thirds. So it's a way of just accentuating those proportions and those dimensions and adding a different flair to your look. Lots of options. We're always talking about personalizing your style, and each of you should have the confidence to do that. We don't all want to dress the same way by any means. Great look.
Very good. Ladies, thank you very much.
Thank you.
All right, now it was very casual, very comfortable, but if you did want to put a blazer on, clean this look up a little bit. It really does make it a little smidge more polished. Let's just tuck that shirt in, my sweet.
And we're not exactly matching the denim. It's slightly off. You could, you don't have to. It's also a matter of taste. But what a wonderful and easy way to dress up a pair of jeans instantaneously. It works.
Do you think, guys, it works?
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you very much, ladies, very much. Shannon, we have G-Hay coming out. On Shannon, it's a really nice tweed jacket with a faux fur collar. And we are going to have to put you on the spot, sir, and have you talk about the crop pant a little bit.
Well, I mean, here's my objection to a crop pant. Unless you have the stature that Shannon has, visually it cuts your leg off. So for most women, and I believe even a lot of men, the goal is to look as long and as lean as possible, and the crop pant is working against that. Visually, it's actually making you look shorter than you actually are. Shannon can look shorter because she's so tall. Can I also say one thing about this jacket? It's what I said about the mustard jacket. Given the scale of this lapel and the general silhouette of this, if you're petite, chances are this jacket could completely swallow you up. So be careful when you try it on and look at yourself very objectively.
We've accented it with a really beautiful red satin shoe, and Kate Spade's shoe choices this season are absolutely incredible.
They are. And we purposely didn't want to match the red that's in the dress. We wanted a shoe that had a little bit of a bit more punch, so it didn't look as though we were trying to match.
And Tim, I think a lot of women have a lot of concerns about maybe wearing this dress or any dressy dress with flats, because heels are not comfortable, let's be honest.
Well, I have to say, I know a lot of fashion editors who only wear flats. And they have a lot of evening events that they have to attend. They wear flat shoes, and there are lots of gorgeous, dressy flats, especially in the Kate Spade brand.
Now, strapless is a very easy dress to wear when you want to wear jewelry, right? Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Well, I mean, strapless is meant to show off the upper body, and it's crying out for accessorization, for a beautiful, dramatic necklace. Absolutely.
Which Kate Spade are experts at making, for sure.
And that's spectacular. I mean, in many ways, the dress is the pedestal for the necklace.
Yeah.
So it's a really gorgeous dress.
It is. And what about strapless? I mean, what kind of body types really can't support a strapless dress, do you think?
Well, I go back to the shoulders in relation to the hip. If in fact your shoulders are narrower than your hip, strapless is a challenging silhouette to carry off. But when your shoulders are broader, you can do just about anything with the neckline.
To know. Callie, you look gorgeous. Thank you very much.
Thank you.